Hey guys, let's figure out how to save this and send this out here real quick. All right, so I'm sharing this to the group right now. All right, let's go into the group, make sure I've got this up. Let's actually pin this one here so it's on the top. All right, much better. Okay, so I'm going to turn my sound down so we don't get binged here. All right. How are you guys doing this morning? All right. So let's just go ahead and start centering ourselves here. We want the inhalation to be nice and gentle. We want the full abdominal inhalation coming out, and on the exhale, we want it to be nothing more than a release where we're not pushing any oxygen out, we're just letting it go, and it sounds like this. So what's happening is you're filling up the entire lower abdomen, the lower chest, the upper chest, and then you're completely releasing. And this is a really easy way to really kind of just, I guess you could say, hook in some releasing type of techniques or letting goes, I guess you could call them. So like when you're doing this on the exhale, go, drop the shoulders, feel the neck, the shoulders relax, unclench the jaw, feel the face soften. Everything is a release. And we're going into deeper and deeper levels of concentration and release inside of the body. So let's go ahead and just really sink into this here. And we've got about 2 minutes or so before we start in with the meditation. So let's just find the physical calm, the physical ease with the breath. Deep, full, relaxing inhalations. Gentle release of an exhale. Really tapping into the feel-good centers of the body that are really, really easy to be accessed with the breath. Deep, full inhalations. Gentle, relaxing exhale. Alrighty. Now, one of the major things that I want everybody to hold on to during this session here is this right here. Keep the smile on the face. Keep the energy of the smile moving through the body. And as we begin to breathe in, let us bring the energy all the way down into the feet, all the way down into the hands, through the arms. Breathing in the energy into the core of the body, Nothing specific, just getting a basic overview of movement, of flow. Getting a nice tingle and a nice gentle movement all the way down the arms, down the legs, up the spine, down the front of the body. Almost as if we're using the breath as a bellows to push blood through the body. Deep breaths. Using this movement, this flow that we're starting to push, to really hyper tune into the body, to hyper focus. And what I mean by this is the subtle sensations that normally get hidden, such as the movement of the air through the mouth, through the nose, these gentle currents as you inhale and create two whirlpools in the nostrils. As you exhale, and the moisture, the heat escapes the face. Start tuning into these sensations. Start noticing the different levels of shifting in the body. Rock back and forth, nice and gentle. Feeling the gentle shift of the spine. Try to make it liquid, flow, undulating, nice and gentle. Feeling all the muscles gently curve and shift around this micro movement. Use the sensations that come from these micro movements to go in deeper into the body, to feel the muscles shifting underneath the skin, to feel the bones creating the hard structure, the framework of the body, and how the gravity is pulling all of this down. If you're sitting, feel the sits bones, the glutes, the legs pressing into the chair. If you're laying down, feel the lighter pressure as your body spreads out the surface area, but still presses down. Feel the fascia, the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments. Feel it gently hanging and relaxing, flowing open and shifting with the breath, the movement. Yes. There you guys are. And in this awareness, in this heightened sensation, paying attention to the deeper levels that normally get hidden, begin to breathe into the hands. Inhaling a river of blood, oxygen, nutrients, minerals, and chi right into the palms. And if you can already, go ahead and turn on the light. Make your inhalation a river of blood, oxygen, nutrients, minerals, and chi, but also brilliant golden sunlight at the same time. Cut out the middleman. Create the source energy directly within the movement. And gently keep the hands close to each other. Filling the hands with light, filling the hands with blood. Breathing into the space in between the hands. When you squeeze, you can feel it push back, creating a ball of chi. And this is how we become strong. We connect into these energies and we hold on to them. We make them as intense and as sensational and moving as much as possible inside of the body. And then we hold it in the stillness, in the silence. And now that we've got things moving and opening, let's begin to inhale into the hands deeper, fuller. More movement, more light, more flow with each breath. Not remaining stagnant, not remaining comfortable at the level you're at. Breathing in more and more and more. Using that smile to hypercharge this energy. Breathing in a golden laugh right into the hands and feeling this energy as it gets harder and stronger. And now let's focus on keeping this open. No movement, no flow. Holding on to the light. Making it more intense, brighter. Feeling as if you're staring at the sun and that light is permeating through the forehead, through the eyes, through the brain, into the entire nervous system, lighting you up into a human-shaped column of light. And hold. Brighter and stronger. Finding the old barriers, the old containers of what you're used to, and feeling them relax and soften and begin to bubble out and stretch. Building capacity, building coherence. Stronger, brighter, more open. And now we're going to take this buffer, this expansion, and we're going to be dynamic with it. We are going to move through the entire body. We are going to take the light inside and begin to focus into a smaller and smaller area right inside the heart space, right inside the chest. Taking the awareness of the sensation, the feeling of the movement with the breath, pretending that it's smoke dispersed through the entire body. And we're going to take that awareness and condense it down, make it more intense, bringing it right into the heart space. Feeling as intensely as possible. Paying attention to the movement of the physicality, the inflation of the lungs, the movement of the wind inside the chest as the air transverses the alveoli and the bronchi of the lungs. Feeling the ribs expanding out and contracting and closing. Feeling this awareness more and more intensely. Now begin to shift into this light without movement. Inside of this awareness. Brighter, stronger, feeling as intensely as possible inside of the chest. Making it as bright as possible inside of the chest. Now for the fluid dynamic action. Take this intensity and begin to split it in half right down the center of the chest, turning two orbs into movement all the way down the arms into the hands, feeling, paying attention as deeply, as closely, as connectedly as possible inside the body, paying attention, feeling the structure of the shoulder moving all the way through the upper arm, into the elbow, all the way into the hands and the wrist. Gently moving, swaying, and feeling this open connection of light from the heart space right into the hands. Stronger, more open. And now as we're doing this without the breath. We're training the light. We're training the mental, the mind aspect of the mind, body, spirit. We're showing the body exactly what we need, exactly how we need it. And then we supply it with the chi. Along this pathway that you just opened from the heart to the hands, inhale and bring a massive rush of light all the way through into the hands. Moving more and more, stronger and stronger, brighter and brighter. Creating that field of awareness that we had inside of the chest, right inside of the hands, in the space that is not the body. Feeling the area in between the hands as intensely and as clearly and connected as possible. See if you can tap into the feel of the air on an energetic level. Try to flex the energy of one hand and feel it pushing into the other one. Start playing back and forth with this undulation, with this mastery, with this understanding of how to move the chi. Stronger, brighter. And we're going to take this orb, grab a hold of it. We're going to pull this right back into that place of awareness in the chest with an inhalation. Deep inhale in. And on the exhale, I want you to expand it out. Make it bigger. Again, pull it in. Expand it out. Push it out bigger. Continue this pattern. Inhale right into the center of the chest. Push it out bigger. And here we are opening up the auric field. The field of the body that is the soul. The aspect of the body that is the energy. And as we're doing this motion, we're paying attention to anything stuck, anything tight, anywhere where the shield does not easily and gently glide through. If you find something where it gets stuck, gently keep pushing and opening until it flows through. Inhaling out. Contracting back in, reversing the flow with the breath. Staying dynamic, staying fluid. Inhale out. Contracting back in. Inhale out. Now this one, as we exhale and contract back in, we're not going to inhale out. We're going to inhale the intensity. Inhale the light back into the heart. And exhale and feel it begin to move and blossom open. Almost like a flower, it's always staying in one spot, but always opening, always shifting, always moving. Blossoming it open with the exhalation. And now we're going to move into shielding. This pathway that we just used to open the auric field. Up, down, left, right, forward, backwards, all 360 degrees. This is the field that we shield ourselves with. Now, paying attention to this place inside of the heart, What we're going to do is, just like we expanded it out with the breath on the last run, we're going to do the same thing, but this is going to be much, much more intense. It's going to have a feel almost like we're pushing liquid metal armor out that's brilliantly shining like the sun, and it's brighter and stronger than any other field of energy that you've come into contact with. So even if you have been accessing very, very bright levels of frequency, you want this, even if you can't see it, to be at that level, to know that it's at that level. Despite the fact that you just can't perceive it yet, does not mean that it's not there. Begin inhaling into the chest, blossoming it open, in, out. We're going to push it out on this exhale. Bring it in. And shield, pushing this out into a hard structural barrier around you. Feeling it clink into place as hard as steel, and start to make it wider, thicker, fuller. Not just a light bulb edge on the outside. You're going to fill this entire shield with brilliant light until it permeates your body. Brighter and stronger and more in tune. You guys are doing such a good job. Like, this is lighting up like stars in the sky right now. Keep it up, you guys. Focus on this. Inhale more out. Make this shield as strong as you possibly can. Now, this is a basic shielding protocol right here. I'm just going to explain a little bit more where we're going after this as you guys are making this strong. We're going to make two of these. We're going to spin one on the outside counterclockwise and the one on the inside clockwise. And then we're going to place a layer of liquid reflective coating around that. And inside of that, we're going to place ourselves inside of a massive crystal ball that we make invisible, with us disappearing in the center. And so what we're doing right now is we're building up the foundation. We're building up the energy needed for this shield. So keep pushing it out, visualizing this energy. The shield that you're pushing out is the foundation. This is the hearthstone. This is the keystone. And you want your foundation as strong and as magnificent as possible. Now, if it's slipping, that's okay. That means that this is where the mastery comes in. Even if it feels like you're grabbing a hold of a bean that's buttered and your fingers are numb, grab a hold of it. Hold on. Stay right here. This is where the mastery comes from. This is how we expand and open ourselves. And each time you push past that spot where you're tired, each time that you expand into that and move beyond it, you're expanding yourself. You're evolving yourself. Feeling a layer of bricks around you. You're in a vault. You are the vault. And gently relax and just feel how strong this is around you. Feel how tangible, how noticeable this energy is. Now, this is our outside layer. And what we're going to do is we're just going to tell this that you are now permanent. So what I want you to do is feel this energy and lock it into place. It's almost like a feel of a twisting. Permanent. And we're going to go back to the heart space and begin breathing in and blossoming open the heart. Inhaling as bright as the sun. Building up our base. Again. One more time. Big smile. And push it out. Focusing on strengthening this layer more and more. In place, feel it not easily pushing, gently take your energetic fingers, which is nothing more than imagining yourself brushing through the auric field, and find yourself dragging the fingers all the way through this shield, from the top all the way down to the bottom, on the front, the sides, and the back, silkening, smoothing, evening out, recognizing wherever the energy is tight, wherever the energy is hard. It takes nothing more than focus. It takes nothing more than flow to get it to move correctly. There we go. We're getting ready now. All right. First inside shield, we're going to begin spinning this to the left. At the same time, I want you to feel the outside shield begin spinning to the right. Now, if you can't do this, this is a bit of an advanced technique. This is okay. It's all right. 2 layers of shielding is all you need. What we're doing is giving it a dynamic motion. If anything tries to push through, it gets caught in the current. And if you can't do this, this is okay. This is just something that you need to work on, work towards. There we go. Beautiful, guys. Very, very good job. All right, I'm going to help you all out. Let's really give these a spin. Faster and faster. We're going to go thousands of rotations per second. Really tapping into quantum levels here. There we are. Very good job, you guys. All right, now what I want you to do is we're going to visualize a not a golden egg, but a silver egg. And this is going to just kind of crack open right over top of our auric field. And what's going to happen is there's going to be liquid mercury, liquid metal, that starts to float down around the outside, creating a reflective liquid coating that we're going to pull all the way around the entire shield. Top to bottom, front to back, left to right, all 360 degrees, until there's nothing but a completely and totally reflective silver sphere. Brighter, more reflective. And once you got this coated, start making the shield thicker. Not just a thin layer of liquid metal, but a thick, reflective, effortlessly hard coating that gets thicker and thicker and thicker. Putting 4 or 5 feet of walls of reflective metal in between you and anything negative, anything with predatory intent. And hold on to this, brighter, stronger, feeling the rotation underneath it, the dynamic action of this tank, this reflective tank coating around you. And underneath that, this rotating field of chi. Hold on to this, feel this, and know that you are protected. Test the energetic field. Try to throw something at it from the outside and watch it boop, bounce right back off. Now we're going to go bigger. As big as this metal ball is that you're sitting inside with the golden frequency in between you and the metal, we're going to go 10, 15 times bigger. And we're going to visualize suddenly we're inside of a massive crystal ball, hundreds of feet wide. And again, this isn't like a light bulb. This is like a very solid piece of material. Not a single coating, but a whole entire chunk that we are right inside the center of. And I want you to feel this growing out, completely clear, completely translucent, yet hard as diamond, as smooth as velvet. Finding any places where it's not moving into an effortlessly flowing sphere, perfectly round, and taking those astral, those psychic fingers and flushing through, gently easing it open, allowing the energy to come from a tight, flat area to a gentle bubbling out. becoming as smooth and as hard as steel. Massive crystal. And then if we were to watch this from the outside, we would see this metal ball begin to fade away. And feel yourself inside of this crystal sphere becoming invisible. Fading away. Becoming effortlessly see-through, clear. Not catching any spectrum whatsoever. Pulling yourself into your own space, your own pocket of reality, where nothing with predatory intent even exists. And then watch this crystal ball, this vague, slightly distorted surface floating in the light. Watch it fade away as well, till there's nothing but light. Very good. This is such a trip, guys. Like, I'm losing so many of you right now. It's actually really funny. It's like I know you're all there and I can reach out and touch you, but like all you guys are invisible. This is really cool. All right. What I want you guys to do now is to use this energy that we've created around you as a sensation tool. And reach out and connect with each invisible person next to you, hand to hand, shoulder to shoulder. And we're going to begin to focus right in the center of this group. And this isn't about the energy that we've built up today. We've already built up more than enough energy. There's plenty for each of us to tap into. Even if we never did any of this for the next 10 years, there's plenty. What this is about right here is the connection. What this is about is the collective understanding of what we want and what we are working for. I want you all to look right in the very center of all of us and pay attention as hard as you can, just like you were in the chest, straining for any sensation, any movement, any light, anything whatsoever. And begin converging this level of awareness, of attention, right into the same spot, all of us, into a point about this big, right in the center. And all these energetic awarenesses on the level of frequency that you guys are working with right now, this allows a warp. This allows a timeline creation. And what we have here is we have major timelines where in the future we are free of these systems. In the future we are able to go in the direction that we choose as a collective, but we are not there yet. And every single time that we open up a gateway from now into that point, we make it come that much quicker. We make that light, that activation, show up so much sooner. We're creating a funnel, a sluice box, I guess you could say, for this energy to immediately transfer from one place to another instead of going through the mass collective. And as we're paying attention to this point, it's beginning to roil and bubble and shift and destabilize. And it's becoming ripe for intention. And in this little grapefruit-sized piece of awareness in between all of us, I want you to begin seeing the earth as if you're looking at it from millions of miles away. just a tiny pale blue dot in the cosmos. And let that blue just really overtake the awe of the sensation. Look into it and see that pale blue dot and the potential that's there. Let's start moving towards this pale blue dot, turning it from the size of a pinprick to the size of a marble, beginning to able to be seeing white and brown and green hues with the land and the atmosphere. And hold in your mind a sense of curiosity, of looking at things for what they are, not what you want them to be. And let's look at the world for what it is. A place of atrocity, a place of damage, a place of stagnation. And in this place of understanding what we see, we can shift into what we want by shifting what we see. Begin to watch the earth come alive. Watch this pale blue dot begin to radiate life, joy, happiness, and light. Feel her igniting like a star, shining out into the cosmos with the rays of the wisdom, understanding that is innate, that is supposed to be fully realized and flourishing. And see the consequences that come from this action of suddenly all this dark, stagnant energy destabilizing, dissolving, and letting go of people. See what happens when the earth steps into her natural power, steps into her natural state without any interference, without any discomfort, without any blockage. And watch as the joy and the exuberance and the happiness sparks in a little tiny spot and begins to pulse with each breath, with each heartbeat, until it flushes the entire planet. Creating a pathway. We don't need to understand this pathway. We don't need to know how this pathway unfolds. We just need to know point A and point B. Point A is where we are right now. Point B is what we're creating. And as we keep this pathway open, as we strengthen this timeline and slip further and further down that pathway, stronger and stronger, go into the core of the earth consciousness. Even if you don't understand what this means, the planet is conscious, the planet is alive. Go near her. Go feel her. Let her feel you. Take a deep breath into the ears, and on the exhale, expand and blossom them open, trying to sound trying to understand the vibration of the earth. Feeling this deep, primordial resonance echoing through the body, through the bones, that's always there. Try to tune into the sound of it. Try to direct the sound of it, this deep, thrumming heartbeat of the earth. Allow this sound, this frequency, to engulf the body. Opening up a perfect neutral field of the earth around you, pulling out anything that's overloaded, replacing anything that's lacking. This sound and immediately placing yourself onto the planetary surface, on top of this sound, in this sound, and begin directing it up through the feet, up through the head. Push this sound up into the angelic chorus of source consciousness, reaching for the light, striving to feel the frequency, hear the sound of these golden dulcet tones. This heavenly choir of rejoicing, of happiness, of joy, of excitement, of pure childlike wonderment. Feel the tone above and begin stretching up into it, keeping a piece of you inside of the resonance of the earth and stretching up into these higher vibratory resonances, these golden tones of source. Now bringing the physical body to the forefront of attention, begin to pull this sound down from above you into your head, into the heart space, and pull this sound from below you up through the feet into the heart space. Creating a swirling mixture of creation energy, of divine masculine, divine feminine, sacred masculine, melding these flows, creating a harmony with the tones. They sound different, but on a much deeper level, it's the same octave. And we have a much deeper thrumming harmony to its more alto, tenor properties of source, creating a symphony of light inside the body. And now let's go back to the smile. Big smile, seeing everything that we want to see in the world being formed right in front of us right now. Seeing children grow up without fear, safe. Seeing community for each other being born. Seeing hostility dissolving, draining away. Seeing all the weapons placed down. And feel what this does to you. The excitement, joy, the happiness of the world tapping in on the level that we know it has the potential for. Fill your heart with this light. Fill your heart with this joy, this love, this compassion, excitement, this hope. Then placing the world in between all of us, Begin to inhale this joy and this light and this laughter into the hands, bathing the world, bathing the planet. Everybody, every person, everything, every animal, insect, amoeba, microbe, plant, lichen, fungus, mold, everything. Brighter and stronger. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you. From my heart to yours, guys. This was, it's an honor to facilitate. You guys are amazing. You truly are. Thank you. All right, let's turn this off here.